You rock. Off to Rookwood.
Off to Rookwood we go.
Yeah, to find Mum and Dad. Woohoo!
Mysticism awaits. Here we go. Oh, if I can open the door. Oh, one-handed.
Story of my life.
There she goes.
There she goes.
Off we go.
Okay. We're going to Rookwood to see Mummy and Daddy, and Mum used to, we'd all be waiting in the car for her to come out so Dad could drive us to church, but I know that was the only way that Mum could make us see her, because as soon as she got married, she became invisible. My mother could have been the CEO, she could have been a Supreme Court judge, she could have been so many things, but she had to leave AMP, right, when she got married, because they were the rules in her days. And then she watched her daughters turn into totally ambitious, like she thought they'd go out into the world for her, which I did. I went out into the world for Mummy, but the rest of them sold out to the world. Sold out to the world. And I'm leaving David and Sarah in the car right now as a tribute to my mother. You were right, Mum, because that's the only way that we could see you, was waiting for you in the car before church. It's the only way that you could figure out that we could see you. And you're a genius. And you're a saint. And you're a prophet. And you're my best friend. And you're my teacher. And you're a child of Christ in the truest, most full-on, martyred sense of the word. And I'm going to Rookwood to see you, and I love you so much.
You know, I sort of sat at the bus bay last night.
Well, I came out and I was going, David, you know.
That was about 9:35, and then I thought, you know what, I don't know, I'm going to, because it was getting sort of windy, and I thought, I'll just go.
But I even tried to call Wednesday twice, and the call just wouldn't even go through. It just went straight to voicemail without ringing.
There's something wrong with my phone, darling. I don't know what's the matter with it.
Have you reset it?
Look, I'll show it to you. It's like an old throwaway phone, but I don't want to get a smartphone because I want to be dumb. I just want to live on 2 tin cans and a piece of rope. I was thinking of getting onto a landline because nobody can stuff with a landline. I don't want to go with the program. I just want to, you know...
I know. Be individual.
Yes, and also have friendships and connections and things that nobody knows about except all the ghosts of my past. I don't mind if they know. The Dead Poets Society. Like Sarah and I last night. That's why, you know, we were waiting for you to come because it was the opening night of the Dead Poets Society, and I just thought, you'd be fabulous, you know, because...
Perfect candidate.
Oh my God, like just so poetic and so intelligent and so much to say and so many great stories, and probably most of them unspeakable before death, but nevertheless, these are the sorts of people that the Dead Poets Society wants to be part of. And anyway, we did have like an amazing night, and we did try to find you. Like Sarah went out in the street and she was like,
thank you.
Yes. I was running up and down the street in my socks.
Yes.
David, you know.
And then she came, he's not there. I'm like, what do you mean? Like,
and then we had to look for the phone.
Oh God, we had the whole looking for the phone stuff. And then I said, ring my phone, and then she rang my phone and it didn't ring, and then I thought, okay, something weird here.
Happening.
Why is not my phone? What is that? Is that Wi-Fi? I mean, I am a Luddite when it comes to technology. I'm so out of touch.
Yeah, I know. Oh, look, it's, sometimes I think I am as well, and, you know, I should take more interest, but it's evolving.
So quickly, you know?
It changes.
Yeah, every 2 minutes.
As a young person, I struggle. It's like, I can't keep up with it. Like, my dad or my mum will give me their old phone, and it's just kind of like, how do I use it?
Really?
Yeah, it's like these new smartphones and stuff. I'm like, you guys are better than me.
How old are they?
They're only like
50s?
You know, 50s, just getting into their 50s now.
Hello.
Can you imagine what it's like when you're in your 80s? Like, you're just given up by that stage. Like, just forget it. You know, and they're taking
my
land.
dad's 85, and he's like a Martian. Unless I do things for him, it's lost. Yeah, this car was in a lot of movies like Transporter.
Transporter, wow.
With Jason Statham and Tomorrow Never Dies. With and a few others that, you know, were sort of like, I forget their names, but they were action sort of series. Car chases.
It's kind of like one of those old mob cars.
Yeah.
You know? Like the Cadillacs that had the big round thing in the back to stop the rug from moving around.
Yeah, it is a bit of a mobster's car.
and that's why with cars you can see the history of what people needed for transport. You know, when it became not so much a status thing to own a car, but everyone had one. You know?
Yeah, that's right.
And it became a commodity that everyone could have.
True.
But this car was probably overbought when it first came out. It was like the new ones now, they're over $250,000.
Yeah.
And, you know...
And a mid-range should be like 20,000, 30,000.
Sorry?
A mid-range should be 20,000, 30,000.
Yeah, that's right.
And how could mid-range go from 5,000 to almost, you know, like 6 times its original cost? That's the inflation, you know, mass production of things.
That's right. But it requires a lot of maintenance, this car.
Yeah.
I mean, they all do, but still, this is extra.
Well, see, it's an executive BMW, you know.
Yeah.
They were made to be taken care of and looked after.
That's right.
Just like my mother, she was an executive BMW and she was made to be taken care of. True.
And looked after, especially.
Yeah, absolutely. My God, she was an orchid of a woman.
Do you know where roughly she is in the centre?
No, darling, I don't know anything. Like, we're on a search. We may not even find her.
Well, if we
I'm
know-
quite willing to accept that, all
Well,
right?
if
But
we-
just the fact that you're taking me for this and you're actually driving me in this beautiful car to find my mother I'm so grateful for it. If we don't find her, I'm not going to stress. But, you know,
that's
like, I've been too scared. Like,
All we
you know, I have
need
to
is,
get the train to bloody Lickham and then
It's a nightmare.
it's a nightmare.
But all we need
And then
really is
then a
the-
bus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the bus
right.
only comes once every 2 hours.
Right. Oh my God.
If we know.
And
that
during
the-
lockdown, they also had security there, and they were hassling people and not letting
They
people.
were?
Yes.
I got
Oh, is
turned
it
away
Cossack car
twice.
reported on that? Yes, go on.
Yeah.
If we know the religion that they were.
Catholic,
Then we
darling.
just have to go to the Catholic section.
Catholic to the
and
co-
it should be not alphabet, but there should
And
be.
they don't have a plot. They've just got a little box. And,
Okay.
And when I die, I want to be buried in the same.
Were they
I just want to be
cremated?
burnt and put in the same box, huh?
Were they cremated?
Cremated.
Like burnt?
Yes.
Okay, I know where the burning chapel is.
Yes,
The-
Oh,
so
do you?
I.
yeah, yeah.
We'll just go from the
There's
Christian
gardens.
sections around that. Yeah.
Okay.
Around
So
there.
do they bury them after they burn them around the same section, or do they?
They put them in little boxes.
And what? They just put them in like a factory of boxes? What do they do?
A brick wall.
So it's the plaques on the wall,
Yeah, yeah.
kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for knowing. Great.
You realise that they had security guards here and they were saying, oh, you can't come through, you know, COVID. I said, dead people can't get COVID.
Yeah, but they're probably desecrating graves and moving things over to the next side, you know. They've got at least another acre of land that is untouched, and yet from 2015, 2016 onwards, they were getting permits to lift
That's
up
not
graves and move them, you know. And
The old ones up there.
yeah, and then the ones that haven't been maintained either, so their headstones
Well,
are
they got
falling
no
over and
more
things.
relatives.
Yeah, well, it's silly though.
No one's
their,
watching.
That's their final resting place, you know what I mean?
relatives
And
probably
it's
been killed
desecration.
off.
Yeah, that's what my dad says. Oh, in 200 years, all these will be resold.
Dug up and chucked it out.
I said, what the hell do you care when you're not around? There's all the Chinese section.
Lee, Dow.
And this is like the Macedonian, Serbian section down here.
Say that again, the Croatian section's what?
Just here.
Okay.
And then here, right to the railway,
Yeah.
about 3 soccer fields full,
Is St. Nicola
is all the Croatians.
have a look.
St John of God.
This is all So, we can go to
No, let's be like homing pigeons.
Okay.
Because between
You won't
between
find
both, what I won't.
There's thousands of people.
I mean,
There's
if
a
it's-
million people buried here.
Well, why don't we just try?
Because if we
Because
go
that-
to the cremation site first,
I don't
and we
want to
try
deal
and
with a
find
public
plaques,
servant.
Yeah. No trace of us being.
Yeah, you really. This is our little secret mission. If we don't find them, we
They've
don't
got
find them.
cameras everywhere here, hidden.
That's true for desecration.
Well, they'd have to.
Did you know?
God, people are so
They're hidden.
sick.
You can't see them.
Yeah, through the,
Yeah.
the grave.
Yeah.
I've got a friend.
So Jimmy Savile doesn't turn up. Oh la la.
Caleb Fantastic.
Can you go near the cemetery, near the cremation? That's where my mother was burnt, and my father. Person entering this ground enter at their own risk. I mean, what risk is there? Everyone's dead. Oh, come on. Oh my God, what a world. What did you just say?
They put them in the brick.
See all the brickwork?
Yes, they put them
This,
there.
this is where a lot of people have gone.
They're like post
Wow, there's so
boxes.
many.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's like we're just little post boxes.
You know why they put that sign?
Why?
Because people sleep and claim compo in the past.
Oh my God.
Oh, people are disgusting. They'll clean up on anything. Oh my God. Even cleaning up on the dead. Oh my God. Never ends. Never ends. They're just little post office boxes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? Maybe we should actually. It might be traumatizing to try to go to a million post office boxes. You know what I mean? Like, maybe we don't need to find it today. We just need to get into the vicinity and say a prayer and whatever. And I'll come back another day when I can deal with the stuff. I don't even want them to know we're here.
Yeah.
Right? We're the Dead Poets Society. We didn't come. You know, they can torture me to death. I'll never tell them your names. Oh, let's go sit there in the gazebo and have a toast to John and Gwen. It doesn't matter where they are, they're everywhere. Everywhere.
Their spirit.
Yeah, honestly. And they love me and I love them.
You can put that on the floor.
Love
Thanks
never
for the
ends.
dinner.
Mom, Dad, where are you? Wish we had a family memorial garden. I just have to make it in my head. These must be important people. Or, you know, prime ministers, important families. Right? Brown, Owen, Webster, Bell, Skatenko, Trask, Lewing, Watson. Wonder if he had anything to do with Watson's Bay. Oh, this one doesn't have a plaque. Maybe waiting for something. Newson, Banks, Wheeler, Cooper. They get, that must cost more, right, to get the spot in the gazebo, right? And then there's like the outer circle, you know, like these must cost, man, because they're not just like little post office boxes. They're sort of like a bit more elaborate, right? Barton, Edmund Barton. Oh my God, Edmund Barton. First Prime Minister of Australia. 1st of January 1901 to 24th of September 1903. Member of the Protectionist Party. Oh, hello, lovey. Hello, Mr. Barton. Wow. Mackay, Harvey, Caffrey, Zadorsky. Oh, they're all Bartons. They're part of the Barton family. Barton 62, Barton 63, Barton 64. Oh, here's more Bartons. Barton 58, Barton 57, Barton 56, Barton 55, Barton 53, Barton 52, Barton 51. FDC Barton. God. Wow. Yeah, that's who we're here for. We're here. Hi. Mum and Dad, John and Gwen, 60 years of marriage. Like, they had a real marriage, man.
That's beautiful.
They had a beautiful, real partnership. It was a beautiful partnership. Oh, great. And we're about to toast to them. How lovely. Oh no, I said all that and then I didn't even turn it on. Mum and Dad, hi. We're in Tupac's car. We're just leaving now. We had a toast to you and we had a special prayer and we had a moment's silence and all three of us could feel the Holy Spirit. And we could feel you and we could feel the Holy Spirit, and it was a beautiful sacred moment, and I'm going to come back and find exactly where you are, but it doesn't really matter. You're here, there, everywhere. I feel you everywhere. I know you're in heaven. I know you're safe. I love you so much. And now we're going home. Enjoy the drive. Tupac.